What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I was thinking about this recently a bit, and I have been going over other updates that I think would be great in the Crew Motorfest. For example, I was talking about the flashback, which I think would be so dang fun. I was also talking about something like the American Legends update with like these stories in it. But you guys want to know what else would be so dope to have in Motorfest though? The hobbies. Now, the reason why I did want to talk about this is these are so dang fun to do, and they also offer so many things you can do to unlock stuff and a bunch of challenges they can add into the game that are tied to other items. Now, a quick example of this you are going to see here for the RX-7 Evo Group B vehicle. That is going to be on the top thing that you actually unlock. There's going to be a bunch of challenges. Now, this was going to be from the MAD update, and so is the Stunt Performer, which you can see here that there isn't a ton of things in them, but these were going to be the most recent things you had to do, which was going to be a bunch of the new challenges or the skills they did end up adding. Once you actually do all of them, then you would end up unlocking the vehicles here. But the other hobbies we actually had, though, for example, the Racer, the Explorer, and also the Collector, these are actually going to have tons of things you can do in them, whether it's going to be finish a bunch of off-road events or something like the freestyle events, drive around without hitting any cars for a certain amount of mileage, going through checkpoints and PvE events, or prove your love by playing events. Like, these could be so many different things you can actually add for challenges in them that would make players go, yo, I have to go win a bunch of races in a Lamborghini or a Koenigsegg, or I have to go do a bunch of races in Rallycross or powerboats. Like, I feel like these would be so dang fun to have in Motorfest, man. Now, there's also going to be another way they could end up doing the hobbies in Motorfest, though. As you guys probably did see in the title, I said but with changes. The reason why I did mention that is they don't have to add a bunch of challenges into the game to where you only unlock stuff like the vehicle or the things you get like an underglow and outfit. Also, quick example on this, bro. This is my point here. I know a lot of people might think I'm complaining about Motorfest, man, but at the end of the day, I want these games to be great. If you jump back on the Crew 2, there's going to be so much progression on different things. Even going over to Explorer, guys, check this out real quick. Yes, we have the Hummer HX on the top at 520 stars, but check this out. You also have the Underglow, Outfit, Emote. That's a lot of emotes. But you're also still going to be unlocking stuff when actually going through the unlock trees in these. 1800 stars, bro, my goodness. But you'll see like Outfit, Emote, you also get an Underglow. Now, there could be a different way they could also do these. Now, you actually have to make money, gain followers. You can have challenges like this in Motorfest, man. You can have off-road races, gain a bunch of XP for this challenge. You can do something with make money, get XP for that challenge, or something like obtain spare parts. These could all easily work in Motorfest as challenges. Now, one way I would actually do this differently, though, like when looking at all of these, you probably don't want to just get stars from them, right? You don't want to get something like an emote. So why not add something into the game where they have an even bigger progression tied to the actual hobbies if they were to be in Motorfest? Now you're probably like, Blocked, what are you talking about, bro? So if you are looking at something like these, you'll probably end up getting 3 stars to drive in an event without a collision. Or you might actually have to be in rally raid events with a bike. You get 3 stars on each one. What if they actually did it this way? Let's say you actually do get stars, you still have the unlock tree with like the outfits, the emotes, the cars, and the underglows in them, but what if they actually added something into these where every time you actually level up a piece on them, you get stars, money, and XP, and possible maybe some gold parts or something? Because people might be like, well, I don't need gold parts, but here's the thing. You can delete them and get spare parts, which that actually might get you onto another challenge, getting you additional money and XP though. And the reason why I do want to mention this though is just imagine for a quick second here, like having all of these challenges in Motorfest. I don't know how many there actually is here in the Crew 2, but there is a lot of them. But here's the thing though, imagine getting into Motorfest and seeing 70 or 80 challenges. Each of them are actually going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers like the ones here in the Crew 2 do. And imagine being able to make money and also XP from them on top of getting gold parts and other items and stuff like that. Each vehicle can have mileage stuff. You actually have to do races. Reach a certain speed in a certain vehicle could be an awesome challenge as well on top of it. Maybe you have to do like 20 or 30 races in that car or something. After doing that, you'll get like a special item for that car. It could be so many different things they can do for progression. And that was a big reason why I did actually want to make a video about this. A lot of players want to make more money and actually be able to make money without always having to do races. Specifically in Motorfest, you actually have to do grand races if you are looking to make money decently quick. The thing is, a lot of players might not want to do grand races all the time, and they actually might want other ways. Imagine having 80 plus different challenges like we do in the hobbies here, but they can actually modify it. Like, yes, you actually get stars, you'll get emotes and outfits, and of course the car in each of them if they did add that, which honestly they kind of need to for a progression standpoint. But you can also get money and XP with every single tier that you do, which in return is going to get you more money for other cars that you might want to can prepare you for newer elite bundles that come out and other things. And what if you're actually a new player in Motorfest or something and you're looking to do some of the summits? You might not have $2.5 million laying around to buy the said car pack in order to do the summit. But what if players can look at some of the challenges and go, okay, so this one requires me to do 20 races in a street car. I'll make like 50,000. The next tier could be maybe something like 30 races, and then you'll end up getting yourself 100,000. After that, 150, then 200. You would actually make around 400 plus $1,000 doing that said unlock tree, and they can also make it a tad easier, like maybe 15 races. Then after that, you actually might have to do events in a street car or something on top of that to where you're doing street events. You're also getting that done in that specific vehicle on top of getting the events done, and boom, you're actually stacking all kinds of money from the challenges. Guys, I can say this right now, if they actually did something like this in Motorfest, it would not only help the game tremendously, but it would probably bring a ton of players into it. Now, I am going to be talking about more of this stuff in an upcoming video to where I go over like the racing game end game content kind of issue that every single racing game seems to face in some way or another. I'm actually going to break that down a bit more on how these games can improve with doing it, and I feel like this is a huge step with it though. A lot of players are actually going to be like, yo, wait a minute, you're telling me I don't have to do races to make money, but I can actually jump into the game, cruise around with my friends, and if I actually drive something like this Nissan 370Z or something, or I actually drive like my favorite car like the NSX, if I actually get around 500, 800 miles and I'll make money, XP and stuff with it, and I can actually cruise around with my friends, explore stuff, maybe drive around certain roads, complete skills in that car, you make money. Like, there is so many ways that they can attract people into the game with not always having to farm races to get ready for something like a summit or buy a car they actually want that can actually be used in something like a grand race. Do let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I've actually been thinking about this a lot recently, and I really do think they could do so much with it. The hobbies in the Crew 2 were so dope, I really enjoyed them. The unlock trees in that were actually really cool to look at and actually unlock things in it. And then on top of that, if they were to add something like this into Motorfest, of course they can update it. You wouldn't just get stars and stuff like that. As I mentioned, you get money, XP, parts. They can even add other things like maybe free audio signatures or something. Some crew credits can be tied to certain things, man. Like, that stuff could work, bro. Like, oh man, I could talk about this for hours. I absolutely love this stuff, but again, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Would you also like to see Hobbies return on top of actually having new challenges, extra ways to make money in XP or parts, and other ways to actually progress and have progression in something like Motorfest in the future that's not just races?